Hey guys, Brandon here from A Plus Tree Service. I wanted to make this video. I have over 50 hours on this machine. I think I have like 52 hours, and this machine has been amazing. It's a Chinese made skid steer. It's made by a company called Derette. This is the model, the Derette V1000. They have many different models, smaller ones. I believe they even have some bigger ones. There's a bigger, badder one that came out that's similar to this one. It's just a little bit stronger. And people keep asking me, are you looking at buying that one? Not really. I would love to try it, but to go ahead and spend extra money on another skid steer doesn't make any sense to me because I love this machine. It does everything that I possibly need. This machine is just so handy if you have a property. If you're living in a subdivision or something like that, yeah, you're not gonna need a machine like this. But if you're living on any sort of property, and you like to do things around your property yourself, having a machine, owning a machine like this is just going to help you so much. When it comes to Chinese skid steers or Chinese equipment, I don't think they're all the same. I think that this would be considered a premium Chinese skid steer for sure. It's got the Kubota 902 motor in it, diesel. It has been authenticated. It's a real diesel motor. The hydraulics are good on it, and that's just part of the reason why I bought this machine. It's comfortable. It's got all the padding in here. The gauges are simple, but they work. You have a light here. My light broke. This light switch is broken. But another cool thing about buying from Derette is they're amazing. So they're sending me a new light switch. Right here on the front is where I broke, or one of my guys broke, the hydraulic fluid gauge. It shows the level of the fluid and the temperature. That broke, and Dean is sending me one of those completely free. I don't even have to pay for shipping. And right here I have a seal coming out. Yeah, can't see it right now. Yeah, there's a seal coming out of this idler wheel here. He's sending me that free. So the cool thing is, when something breaks on this machine, Dean has no problem sending you the part right away. It takes a little bit longer than, just going to your local Vermeer, Kubota, and picking up the part. But to me, it's worth it. I know if you're using this machine every single day and you need those parts quickly, that could be a deal breaker. But for me, I can kind of schedule my jobs to figure out when I need this machine and when I don't need it. One of the main problems that I had with this machine, believe I had around 20 or 30 hours on it, and the hydraulic coupler went. It happened in a client's backyard, so the machine was down in the person's backyard for, I believe, around 3 weeks, because I had to wait to get the part, and then I had to find time to get into the guy's backyard and take everything apart, bring all the tools. It's a bit of a bigger job, but it's not a hard job. It's just a lot of taking things apart and just remember where they go back together. So when the hydraulic coupler went on this, I spoke to Dean about it, and he pretty much said that that was the weak point on this machine itself, and that they had, at that time, they had parts that were being made to, ensure that they don't break, low hours and stuff like that. A hydraulic coupler really shouldn't go, 20, 30 hours on the machine, but it did, and they knew that part was the weak point. They have corrected it. I have their second generation coupler in it, and it seems to be holding up very well, but I know that they have an updated version from that one, which is supposed to be, basically indestructible. So people still ask me, how much I paid, how I ordered this, and I did cover this, in some of my first videos, but I understand if people don't want to, pick through the video, so I will, say again, I paid $27,000 Canadian for this machine, along with all the attachments, extra weights on it. I have all the full counterbalance system on it. So I got forks. I got a bucket. I got a forestry mulcher. I got an auger. I had a grapple. Harley rake, land leveler, and I believe that was everything that I ordered initially. Paying $27,000 for this machine with all those attachments is a steal. This machine is strong, beefy, comes with a Kubota diesel motor in it. The hydraulics are all good. Um, Controls feel nice. Everything is really good on this machine. There's a few things like checking the oil, is a little bit hard. If you take this front plate off here, it's hard to put back on, but a lot of these things are just easy fixes. And another thing that I like about this machine is, there is a company called Rima. They sell attachments, and all you have to do is ask Dean for your plate measurements, send it to that company, and you can order different attachments too. So I ordered a log grapple, and then I ordered a snowplow. I haven't tried the snowplow yet, other than pushing some mulch. But I think it's going to be really good. And if you're looking at different attachments other than what Derette has, the company Rima definitely has some nice attachments. So for me, when I decided that I was thinking about ordering a skid steer from China, it was basically because I really wanted a small skid steer. I didn't even want something this big. This was kind of my dream machine, which I didn't think you could get from China. I only ever seen the little auction ones, and I was thinking about buying one because the price is so cheap, and it's still gonna lift a lot more than me or my guys can lift, make our life easier. After searching online and YouTube videos and stuff like that, I started coming across the company Derette. So I looked on Alibaba, I found Derette stuff, and then I didn't see this machine initially, but after speaking with Dean and telling him, what I do for a living and what I wanted to be able to lift, he sent me pictures of this machine, told me that it was a diesel. You could get Kubota or Perkins motor. Yeah, when he showed me this, I was expecting a lot bigger price tag than, I think it was 13,000 US for this machine, which is very good. The ordering process for me from Alibaba was, pretty easy. It's definitely very scary. I never heard of the company called Alibaba until, a week or two before I ordered, and I wasn't sure how legit it was. Once I decided I wanted this machine, and Dean sent me a whole list of attachments because I was definitely interested in seeing what attachments they had. He sent me a whole catalog of attachments. I told him what attachments I wanted. I told him that I wanted the counterweights, and as soon as I told him, what color I wanted on the machine and stuff like that, he basically, boom, sent me an invoice kind of thing, to pay, to send money. You send, I believe it was 30%. You got to send a deposit, and it just happened so quickly that it took me a few days to actually put in my order. Speak with Dean a bit more. I was like, wow, this is super quick, super fast. Are these people just trying to scam me? It wasn't really until I watched Greg's channel from Our Life in Trees that I realized Alibaba is an actual real thing. He got his items, and if you watch Greg's channel, you can kind of tell he's an honest guy. He's not trying to trick you and make you lose your money. So to send the initial money, I was able to do it on my MasterCard. I believe there was like a $200 extra charge to do it through your MasterCard or Visa card, any kind of credit card. There's a extra charge. But for me at that time, paying the 30% deposit, it seemed like the safest route, because I know when things happen with credit cards, you can still be covered. Once I sent the money to Dean, he said that the order would be putting through, getting ready to go. And once your order is ready, he was really cool about sending pictures along the way of, the process. And then basically when your order is ready and it's ready to be shipped, you have to pay the remaining balance. And for that, I went in and did a bank draft at my bank. Even the bank seemed a little bit, sketched out and confused by it. But basically, I got it done. I sent the money. I was very scared when I sent the money because Dean didn't receive it for a couple days, and I kept asking, and he said he was ensuring me that even if I sent it to the wrong person, that it wouldn't go through, which made me feel a little bit better. But at that time, it was a lot of money, and I was still pretty nervous. So for a couple days, I wasn't sleeping very well, wondering where my money was, if Dean was going to get it. And I think it was about 2 or 3 a.m. when I heard my phone go off, and Dean just let me know that, he got the funds and that everything would be getting shipped out. Once I got confirmation from Dean that, my machine was getting sent out, I felt very, very happy, excited, and now it was just a countdown wondering, when I was going to get my machine. So if you're going to order from China, you do have to know, I don't know if it's going to always be like this, but for me, it was 5.5 months from the time I put in my deposit to the day that it was delivered at my house. So I had my machine and all my attachments delivered right to the house because I just figured that would be easier than having to go and deal with all the imports and stuff like that through customs. And just having it delivered to my house seemed, honestly more exciting to me than having to deal with all that other process. Go through the custom clearance and all that by yourself, do all that stuff yourself. It's not horrible. I think if you did it a few times, it would be really easy. As a first time buyer, I didn't want to do it. I did do that process for my Rima grapple and Rima snowplow, and I honestly hated it. It took me about 5 or 6 hours in the city because I didn't know where to go. So I went to a few different places before I could figure out where I had to go. And then once you get to the customs office, it's a long wait, and they ask you a lot of questions. So if I were to order from China again, a big item like this, or the grapple or the plow, I would for sure pay the extra money and have it sent right to my house. So ordering a piece of machinery like this might not be for everybody, but for the people that, maybe you're on a budget, maybe you don't need the machine that bad, or you're a homeowner and you just want, the comfort of having something that can lift heavy stuff for you, I think ordering from China is a good route. And I can only speak like highly of Derette. Once again, I'm not sponsored by them. I don't get paid by them. Nothing. Everything I've ever bought has come out of my money. On a side note, I was offered money from another company. It's a Canadian company, because I explained how much I paid for this machine, and it was cutting into their sales because they were buying these wholesale and then selling them here for over $30,000 just for the machine. So yeah, just a disclaimer, I was offered money from them, but never Derette. And the only reason I make these videos is because I'm actually impressed by this machine. We work this thing hard every day. We break things. Dean, the customer service from Derette is just amazing. For them to just, I told them that we broke that and that it was our fault. I was fully expecting to have to, pay for that part. And no, he's sending that along with the other parts. And he said, I'm not even charging you shipping. So once again, parts being shipped from China, I'm not getting charged. If it was a company, Vermeer, when they have to order a part for me, and a lot of times I need it the next day, I'm paying over like $100 to have it air delivered in from within the country. So this is coming from China, and I'm not getting charged. Little things that the Asian market are doing are just very impressive. Like the machine, it came with the toolbox with all the tools in it and stuff like that. That's just a grease gun. It comes with stuff that you would never ever get here in Canada or the US. So these companies are trying, they're listening to us, they're continuously improving the machines. I'm sure if you buy a V1000 today, it's probably better than mine, but I'm very happy with mine. So, I have no complaints, but I'm sure a lot has been improved on this machine based on videos like mine and other YouTubers, people on Facebook. There's a Facebook group. So if you're buying from Derette, just know that their equipment is continuously getting better. And if you want to wait a little bit longer until you see the improvements that you want to see, then go that route as well. So yeah, guys, if you're in the market for a skid steer, I would definitely look at this one. But I want to show you this machine in action, lifting some heavy things. That's a heavy log, guys. If that doesn't impress you, make you want to buy one of these, I don't know what will. But once again, there is other Chinese machines out there that might be better than the Derette. Let me know if you think you have a better one. But for me, the V1000 is a huge win, price wise, performance wise, customer service wise. I love the machine. And as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.